I recently watched this movie. Okay, this is Life of Swati right here. Anyway, I recently watched this movie called Lapata Ladies, directed by Kiran Rao, written by Sneha Desai. And I have to say that it was such a refreshing watch in a country where we applaud movies like Animal or Kabir Singh. This was a very refreshing and beautifully written story. First of all, I really liked the subtle feminist nuances that this movie tried to convey, and also the story about love and longing. This I don't want to give any spoilers here, but I would highly recommend. I watched it recently. I recommend it to all my friends and my family because it's so fresh and so genuine. The acting was brilliant. I love the direction. I love the dialogues. It was humor. It was also in places. It was emotional, and it does deal. I really enjoyed how deliciously it kind of portrayed love and longing when two people who love each other are not being able to are not together, and how the portrayal of that longing, and through not just acting but through music and through this amazing shots that there are in the movie. Hi, so my second year just got over. I cannot actually believe that I have completed 2 years of PhD work. I am done with my coursework. I did submit my reading list for my comprehensive exams next fall, coming next semester. And so I thought I will just share a few books that I would be reading. There are fiction books, there are non-fiction books, there are essays. These are about 55 to 60 books, essays, novels. There's also a book of poetry. So I thought I'll just share some of them with whoever is interested. So my topic of research, the broader theme is post-colonial literature, feminist and queer literature from Northeast India. And I am pretty excited to explore that topic because there are very few up and coming voices from the region, from Northeast India, and it's worth amplifying those voices, or rather I can at least do some research on those, and hopefully there would be more writers, more poets, more creatives from Northeast India. Of course there are a couple, but as compared to mainland India, we have very few authors and poets who get published, especially in English. So this topic is extremely close to my heart on a very personal level as well, which is not ideal apparently in research. But anyway, so some of the texts, fiction texts that I would be reading for my comprehensive exam. So for comprehensive exams, you need a wide range of writing because they want to test you not just on the texts that you would be writing your research on, but also they want to assess your knowledge about the broader area. For example, I do have post-colonial texts, post-colonial theory. I do have few texts on feminist and queer theory. So yeah. So I have texts like A Terrible Matriarchy by Estherine Kayer. I have Mamuni Roysam Goswami's, the translated one, called The Bronze Sword of Thengpakri Tehsildar. I have texts, Tilotama Mishra's text called Swarnalata. I have Janice Perriot's The Seahorse. I have Shyam Salvadurai's Funny Boy, although not an Indian text or a Northeast Indian text. It is a Sri Lankan author, but it does deal with a homosexual queer story, hence I put it in my list. I also have Temsula Au's collection of short story called These Hills Called Home, Stories from a War Zone. I have Mahashwata Devi, her breast stories, collection of stories. I have Aruni Kashyap's His Father's Disease, again a collection of stories. Feminism Without Borders, Decolonizing Theory, Practicing Solidarity by Chandra Talpare Mohanty. She is one of the scholars, one of the pioneering scholars who has done work on global South feminist literature, or third world literature by women. So she has theorized third world feminist literature. Then I have Postcolonial Theory, A Critical Introduction by Leela Gandhi. Books on global South. I have books on feminist perspective on the global South, and literature from the global South, especially post-colonial literature. There are a lot of articles, magazine articles, newspaper articles and such. I am really I'm not of course looking forward to giving the exam, but I am looking forward to reading these texts. Some of these texts I've already read them, but I do need to make notes. My supervisor has asked me to prepare notes and prepare for these exams strategically, because it is a three-part exam with a 2-hour in-class writing. The second stage is a 27-hour exam which requires us to write 3 papers, I assume, and then we will have an interview at the end of the semester. So this is what the comprehensive exam would entail, these 3 sets of exams.